So I figured I'd make this video really quick about some stuff that or something I've been observing for the last almost a year now. Some very interesting stuff that anyone can go out and look for themselves and check this out and test it. So right now we got the sun right here and right up over here. Don't know if you can see it. Where are you at? You can't quite see very well because it's blocked. But the moon is right up there. And you'll see that the reflection on the moon does line up to the sun. And so the moon and the sun are within the line of sight to explain the reflection of the light, or the reflection of the moon is coming from the light. This is something I've been looking at every night. I've been kind of comparing the lit up portion of the moon with the sun. And so from the observations I've been doing, it looks as though the sun is indeed causing the light reflection of the moon. Now, another interesting thing I've noticed is that the moon produces like a cold, I'm not going to say light, it's not a cold light, it produces a cold energy of some sort. So right now I'm standing out here with the sun up here and the moon over here, and I can literally feel the heat of the sun coming from the side of the sun, but I can also feel a coolness coming from the side that the moon's at. Now, this is something that gets argued about, and a lot of people throw out, little theories and explanations, but I haven't really seen anybody actually go out and test this. And this stuff you can test for yourself. You just got to go outside, pay attention. You got to go outside, multiple times, and you can't just go out one time and figure you got the answer for it. I've been doing this for several months, and off of the weather patterns that I see that come along with the moon phases, there seems to be a repeating cycle that the heat of the sun during this time, it seems to warm up during the new moon phases, and then it starts to get cooler up to the full moon phase. Now, it also, with the moon being out during the day, it makes the days cooler. So say like if the moon is out up there during the morning, that'll give you cooler mornings, but yet you'll still have warmer afternoons. But then when the moon moves off to where it's more in the afternoon, you'll have warmer mornings and your afternoons will start to cool off. Well, then when the moon moves to the evening time, you'll then go back to having somewhat warmer days, but then your nights will be chilly. And then when the moon finally moves around toward the morning time, where it's right before sunrise, and that's about when it starts getting to the new moon phase, and that's when you start getting your warmer days. Now, we just had a new moon on Saturday here where I'm at, which is in Washington, southwest Washington, and we had 3 very hot days during these cycles, and then started to cool off rather quick. And over the months, even during our winter time, I noticed that the moon phases affected the weather. We did have 3 repeating or 3 major snowfalls that happened during the same moon phases. So each big snowfall that we had in this area was during the same type of moon phase. Now, this is something you can go look up. You can look up when we had the snowfall. You can compare it to the moon phases, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. I've also noticed that you can check the weather, or check the temperature of the weather going to be, and then compare it to moon phases, and you'll see a pattern. There's definitely a pattern from what phase the moon is, when it's out, and how it affects the weather. So I just figured it's a pretty cool observation that I've seen, stuff that anyone can go check. When someone wants to ask for proof, you got to get outside and look at it. You're going to have to go outside and look for it for yourself, and you're going to have to stop applying assumed information to it. You're just going to have to look at it with an unbiased an eye and just look at what you see. And you're gonna have to start, you know, make your ideas off of what you see and not off of what somebody else is telling you. Because when I apply what someone else is telling me, it doesn't seem to match what I'm seeing. But there's definitely a pattern. It's actually pretty cool. So just something I figured I'd throw out there, and hope anyone will go out and check it out. All right, thanks for watching my video. I hope you guys get out there and take a look at it. You might be surprised what you see.